Hi, old man here. If you've come to this channel, chances are you were either looking for gorgeous old men fishing or AVX1980 Vexus boat. If the latter is true, I'm going to give you some essentials I think you should add, have, or think about adding for you. The first essential we're going to talk about is the trolling motor. Now, on my boat, I have the Minn Kota Ultrex. I put the Mega 360 and the Mega Live on there, but we're just going to talk about just the trolling motor itself right now. So the trolling motor, what I think is an essential to have is one that has the stop lock, so that when you find yourself in a position where you're on some fish, you can simply push the little anchor button right there on the foot pad and it stops. I think it's a fantastic motor. It's quiet. It's another thing. You want a motor that's quiet, and you want a motor that's going to last all day. So we're not going to really get into batteries today. I've got standard batteries, but I think most people are probably transitioning to the lithium, which are lighter weight and longer lasting. Anyway, that's my first essential, is going to be the trolling motor. Get yourself a nice trolling motor with stop lock capability. The second essential element to have with your new AVX1980 is going to be electronics, right? Mine are filthy. I just went fishing yesterday and I use my boat, but I've got a Helix 15 on the bow and a Helix 9 on the console. Now, typically I just use this for mapping. Sometimes if I'm pairing up and I'm fishing with my buddy, I might throw whatever he's looking up front. I might put that on here too, just kind of give an idea. But the way I run my boat is whoever's up front is going to be the one that's going to show you, or is going to be working the electronics. So lately we probably use Mega Live more than anything. But anyway, good electronics on the bow and on the console are a must. If you're old like me and you have difficult seeing, the bigger monitor provides a lot more clarity and resolution to everything you want to do. So for sure, that's a must. The third essential we're going to talk about is your power, right? So like I told you, I've got three batteries. One battery in the back there is going to be used for my talons, my just onboard electronics, and then the other two are going to be used for my trolling motor. You can get a 36 volts trolling motor, 24 volt. It just depends on what you need and what you find that you need, and where you're going and how you're going to fish. Currently I have 24 volt. It's plenty. My trolling motor up front is plenty fast enough for me. It does everything I need it to do. I'm really happy with it. And then of course you're also going to need, get up here. You're going to need a suitable charging system for those batteries too. So when you park your boat and you set your boat up for the night, you want to make sure you charge it, keep it charged, trickle charge. It works great anyway. Liking that. That's my third essential, is going to be the power, how you're powering your boat. My next essential for my AVX1980 is going to be the shallow water anchors. As you can see, I have dual Raptors. One thing I really like about the AVX is that when they mounted the Raptors 2, they mounted directly to my transom here. Or two, yeah. So they work really well. I can't tell you how often I use them. It just depends on what I'm doing for the day, where I am, the conditions, blah blah blah. But they're really good And I do think that they are something that bass fishermen, if you're serious about bass fishing, you're going to want these. I have a tin boat, an aluminum boat. It blows around a lot. It's light. The wind kind of blows it around a lot. There are often times when you want to just throw those into the ground, stabilize your boat, stay there wherever you are, and then fish without having to constantly fight. Now again, I have stop lock on my Minn Kota, on my Minn Kota Ultrex. The stop lock works really well, but that boat could blow like this, and it's a pain. So you want it to be stationary, throw those down. These are the 8-foot Raptors. They're probably go into the ground. I'd say 6 foot or less is probably the best. So if you find that you're going to be fishing and wanting to stabilize yourself in water more than 6 feet deep, then you're going to want to get the 10-foot. Again, they're called shallow water anchors. They're not meant to anchor your boat, in 20 feet of water. Something else to consider is your garage door height if you're parking your boat in the garage. In my house, my garage are 8 feet high. The doors are 8 feet high, so I don't have to lower these Raptors when I come in and out. But that's something to consider. If you're buying your boat and you have a standard height garage door, which is I think 7 feet, then you'd have to actually poke them out, which you can control. It's not difficult, but you'd have to lower them, bring your boat in, and then raise them up, or however you want to do it. But that's something to consider as well. Another essential is going to be rod storage, right? In my AVX, I have the tubes. I think the new ones, they did away with the tubes, which I think is probably better. I think most bass boats you buy today are going to have adequate storage. Most, maybe not all, but they're going to have adequate storage. What I want to highlight is rod sleeves. If you have tubes, you definitely want to put sleeves on your rods. I can't tell you how many eyelets I've bent, broken off, pushing in and out of those tubes. Not a big fan of the tubes, but with the sleeves on there, it makes it so much easier to do. So that is a must-have. My next essential is going to be the hydraulic jack plate. I have an Atlas hydraulic jack plate, and what that does is it allows the entire motor assembly to go up and down. I know it's easily to be confused with the trim. The trim will move your motor up and down like this. As you can see, this would be trimmed up, trimmed down. This actually raises the entire motor. Early on in my videos, I said that if I was to do this all over again, I probably would have saved money and not bought this because of the type of fishing that I do and where I fish. I have to bite my words because lately I've been fishing in shallow water, a lot more shallow water, and I find that this is coming in so handy now, and I'm actually really glad that I added that. So again, it comes back to, I guess we'll talk about my older videos where I talked about you buying a boat, thinking of getting a boat. You need to figure out what kind of fishing you want to do. If you're here, chances are it's bass fishing. And then more importantly, where are you going to fish? If you're going to fish in areas where you're going to be in shallow water, I think this is a must. I think this is an essential. I think this is a good purchase, a good investment to have. I think you'll be happy with it. My next essential is going to be just some of the safety stuff, right? Life jackets. So I've got I think I don't know, four life jackets or so on my boat right now. You need life jackets. You need whatever for your state, whatever the safety requirements are. I have a fire extinguisher. I have a first aid kit that I've actually used. Also, I think it's important, rain gear. I keep 2 sets because I go with my buddy and I let him use it. I keep like extra lights, jumper cables, all these safety things that you really don't think about. An emergency kill, so this lanyard for if something was to happen and I'm driving, this goes onto your life vest, and if I get thrown, this will pop off and it'll shut my engine off, which I think is, again, I think a lot of places, that's depending on where you live, and now in Florida you have to have it, so I think that's important. So some of the safety gear, I think you should really look into that. I think well, I know you need to have that. It's not, I think you should have it. You need to have that. Don't go crazy. I've got frog togs on my rain gear. You know, again, I just want something that's going to keep the rain off me when it's pouring down. It wasn't very expensive. I know a lot of them can get ridiculously expensive. I mean, you do you, but I really like them. So again, the safety equipment, something that you need to think about, because that's going to be a must-have. Law requires it, and a small investment. And then lastly, if you're going to do some kind of content creation, if you're going to put cameras on your boat, where do I put cameras on the boat? How do I put cameras on the boat? I bought this Yak Attack right there, and I put that, I actually put this pole, it runs power, it takes power off my anchor light. I put it right on my anchor light. It does really well. It allows me to film from the back of the boat without having to do anything. It goes right here. I just lift this up, plug the pole in, run the camera, and I have the camera. It's really stable. It's really good. It's strong. I've taken it all over, and it's done really well. I no complaints at all. It does its job. I also up front, or like if I'm in the back, I have another camera that I put on typically on my hat. I wear it on my hat, and it does well. So I've got two cameras running at all time. Now, my buddy and I were talking. I think I might put a 360 camera right there, a little sucker plate on there, a little mount for it, and do some 360, kind of get a different bird's eye, well, a different view altogether. So that's it when it comes to content creation, if you're thinking about that. And you know, some of the other stuff, like if you want to, you know, I keep my boat in the garage. My boat's filthy right now because I just went fishing again yesterday. But if you wanted, you know, you could invest in, if you were parking it outside, you can invest in some seat covers. You know, all my graphs come with covers. I mean, I could put covers on my graphs. I have a cooler built into the boat. And it's good. It's not a Yeti, but I mean, if I need to, I do have a Yeti cooler that I could throw into the boat if I'm going to make a day trip or something. It's a smaller one, but I can do that as well. So I mean, you could buy a cooler, but it comes with one, like I said, but you could always buy an extra one if you wanted to put it. Just depends on where you are and what you're looking at. And of course, I got the sea decking. That was an upgrade, but this material is so soft, and I'm so glad I got this. It makes such a big difference. My hooks don't get snagged in it. It's really good. Again, apologies, my boat's filthy, but you know what? I want you to see what it's like, you know, to what the boat that's used. This is what it's going to look like, you know. Of course, I got the aluminum trailer because I fish on the St. Johns River. It's pretty brackish, and I just didn't want to take a chance and have a regular non-aluminum trailer start to rust or degrade. You know, I think I talked to you a little bit about my net too, which is another accessory that you need to have. This I really like because it's rubber. The hooks don't get snagged up in it. Mudfish will twist and stuff and get this thing tied in a knot, but it comes out so easy. It's really convenient. You can do it with one hand. Yak Attack is the brand name, which means I probably lied about the name. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. The pole I've got is called a YOLO Tech. That pole, not a Yak Attack. So I'm old and I get everything confused. Some other upgrades that I think probably are, yeah. See, there's so many things I forget. Rope. You always want to have some good rope available with your boat in case you need to tie up, pull in, whatever. You want to have rope. I keep towels all the time, at least 2 towels on my boat just in case. I've got an assortment of towels and stuff in my boat as well. Something else that's a must-have. Yeah, I don't need to say anything more about that. I have tools. I have a jumper. I have a battery jumper too that I keep in my boat in case my battery goes dead. Let's see what else we have back here. An assortment of tools. Let me come to the other side here. Oh, I have so many. In Florida, a ton of bug spray always on my boat too. Those things destroy me. But you can see I keep a bunch of tools and stuff. I've got some tie down ropes in there, my weight. I also, if you can see, I opted for the pedal. That's, oh, I'm so glad I got that. I love that. And then of course I've got from my jack plate and for my trim, I've got, they look like blinker controls. It makes it nice and easy for like my trim, and then my jack plates on the other side. Now what's crazy is, so I can adjust my trim here, I can adjust my trim here, and then again up front I can adjust my trim up here as well. I put these pedals in. These are remote pedals for my shallow water anchor, so I don't have to move back and forth again, and that my anchors actually come with a fob that I can just push and lower them and raise them. Anyway, I just thought I'd talk about some of the essentials that I think, you know, are must-haves, especially if you have the Vexus. If you're thinking about buying a Vexus, this is what I did. I'm really pleased. I really love my boat. It's very stable. It's very good. It's very dirty, but yeah, I really enjoy it. So if you've got any questions, you want to talk about anything, is there anything else you want me to show you or to go over, please reach out. Send me a DM or a message or a comment, and I will be happy to tell you what I did, or if there's an improvement or something you've done that you don't see on my boat, let me know about that too. Yeah, I'd be happy to hear. You know, I talked about putting steps on. I might do that. I'm up in the air. My concern is if I turn too tightly, I don't want to hit my car. That's really my only holdback. So anyway, Vexus AVX, this is Old Man. You guys stay safe. Again, comment, like, and subscribe, please. I'm at almost 175 subscribers. Really pleased. Keep them coming. I'll keep the content. Following this, I'm going to show you some of the fish we caught yesterday while we were out. You guys take care, stay safe. I'll see you next time. Old Man out here. Come on. I'm hung on some lilies. I don't want them to pop off. I'm hung on some lilies.
There you go. Nice. Got him? Good. Nice. Very nice.
Little guy.
Yeah, it's okay. There's quite a few in here. In this spot.
Little teeny one.
Yeah.
I mean, he's pretty hefty for a little guy.
Yeah, see? So hefty, I couldn't even hold him. Oh yeah, he's good. He's got a little belly on him. Mm-hmm. Thanks, buddy.
He's all wrapped up in the lilies. If I can pull him through, I got him.
Ooh, wow. Oh,
That's a little bit.
now we're talking.
That's a little bit better. I might weigh this guy.
Yeah.
That's a little bit better.
Yep.
That's a little bit better.
Now,
In the rain of Julington Creek. What are we saying? I'm saying 2.5.
2.5. Ooh, 3 pounds 7.
3.5. That's all right.
The mouth is big. It's a beauty.
You want to feel that?
Yeah, let me not drop them. I got. Oh, that's a big one. That's one of the ones where you got to grab under the jaw.
Yeah, that's a pretty good size dude.
Nice. Where was he? Way in the back?
Just yeah, and the lilies, dude. I'm just throwing them back there and just like you.
Nice. Nice. Look at you, little guy.
Oh, just barely had him.
Oh,
Just barely had him.
good guy.
He is little too. That's probably why I just barely had him. But
Nice. Nice.
God, that's a pretty healthy one too, though, dude.
2-pounder or so?
Look at that hook set. Right.
Oh, wow. Through the side.
I'm gonna need the pliers, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy feels heavy.
He looks big.
It's not that big, but he feels heavy. Jeez, dude. Can you... Good Lord, I didn't want to do any damage.
I have no idea what I've done.
That guy feels heavy.
Looks good.
2.5 pounds.
I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, here we go.
You want to feel it and see what you think?
Oh, the guess.
I'm gonna say 2.5.
I'm gonna say 2.
2? .1. Jeez, I thought it was heavier than that.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Did you go into some save menu or
Yeah,
something?
I'm in some weird thing. There we go. 2 pounds, 6 ounces.
2.5 pounds.
There you go.
That was pretty close.
That was close.
Sounds like we're pros. Oh yeah. This feels heavy though, didn't it?
He's chunky.
Felt pretty heavy.
Freaking first cast after we moved. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
It's just luck, dude.